Here's the latest that we have.
Moving northeast at 40 miles an hour.
Yep, moving. Now, a couple of things that you have to be concerned with: flying debris. You don't want to be caught outside of a basement or some kind of shelter. You want to be very careful when dealing with these. This dangerous storm will be near Scranton, Dunmore City around 2:55 p.m.
That's right now.
Yep.
We just passed it.
Yep. Dunmore, Dixon City 2:55, Oliphant 3 o'clock, Archbald, Mayfield, Mount Cobb at 3:05, Carbondale at 3:15. So if you're in those areas, you're supposed to take cover now. Move to a basement, interior room, lowest floor of a sturdy building.
Kurt, we just got a report that a roof has blown off a residence in Pittston, Luzerne County.
Pittston, Luzerne County.
A roof has blown off a residence.
Okay, so this is exactly what we're talking about when we're dealing with these storms. You want to be very careful. I want to go back to the radar picture, and we can show you again.
Multiple trees are down in Bear Creek right now.
Yeah, we can hear the scanners in the newsroom behind us. They're going off like crazy with all of the activity. This is the primary area here that you can see. Radar's starting to pick up some more rotation. We'll have to see if another tornado warning gets triggered. This is all part of that cold front we've been talking about all week that's going to be moving through. And that line where we have the tornado warning right now till 3:30 is right in here. See where Scranton is? There's that cell between Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. That was over Wilkes-Barre a little while ago. That's the one helping to create all of the problems that you were just talking about in Bear Creek Alley. Also in Pittston, roof damage there. That line extending up into Scranton. There's German. So again, these are moving northeast rather quickly at about 40 miles an hour. And that is quickly, but it can also do quite a bit of damage as it moves through. And these storms, here's a good example. These storms, we've talked about real quick before we go to roof cam. These storms can get enormous. I mean, cumulonimbus clouds, these things build up to 50,000 feet, and this just gives you an idea of the heights of these storms. And we want to go to the roof cam now, and the roof cam will show just exactly what we're seeing right now, and to see if there's any rotation. We're very close to the Scranton area here, our studio, so this is something that we are looking in our own backyard, literally, for. Let's go back to the radars, and there's the area right there. Now this is our radar picking up the rotation in the storms, and again, tornadoes just don't form like a cone that stretches down to the ground immediately. What happens is you get rotation in these thunderstorms. First of all, you can't have a tornado without a strong thunderstorm. You have to have strong updraft. And that's what we're seeing here. I want to go back to this picture. See how big these storms can be. And these storms can be very big, and you need the updraft in these storms to create tornadoes. So the tornado forms horizontally. When you and I see it and it touches the ground, it becomes vertical, but they form horizontally. And they twist and they twist, and then they stretch down almost like a finger would touch the ground, and then you end up with a tornado. And that's what we have, a tornado warning issued right now for Lackawanna County. The one for northeastern Luzerne County has been canceled, but that line is still pretty nasty, the line that we're looking at. And also I saw, yep, there it is, down towards Pottsville. Again, our radar picking up the potential for some nasty hail. And you can see those arrows. I want to zoom in on this. See those arrows that are pointing up towards the cloud? That's the wind, the updraft that I was talking about. If that's so strong that it lifts up those little pieces of hail, and what happens is those hail particles go up above the freezing line. They freeze, and then they get tossed around and they drop down below the freezing line and they begin to melt. Well, then they collide with other little pieces of hail and they get bigger and bigger. Depending on how strong the winds are in these storms will determine how big the hail is. So if you're getting small pea-sized hail, there's strong winds in the storm, but it's when you're getting the golf ball, that size hail, that there's really strong updraft in these storms. So there is some storms down there. There is some storms down there, and I understand we have.
Take a look at this is Wilkes-Barre right now, flooding there.
Northampton Street, the tree branches down. I mean, we're getting this stuff in live as we're feeding it out to you. Right there's a photo, and I'm looking. There's a little bit of a delay here in the weather office, but I'm looking to see the potential for a tornado on the ground. As I mentioned before, 25 years ago, you had to have a spotter on the ground to see a funnel cloud. Now they don't. Now they don't go by that when they issue a tornado warning. Back then, that was the way they used to issue it. You had to have some kind of spotter on the ground seeing what all was going on, and then they would call 911, trigger a tornado warning. Now it's based solely on what they're seeing on radar. Obviously, it can be triggered if someone sees a funnel cloud on the ground, but the National Weather Service is also looking at radar. When they see the little signatures, like the one you see there near Wilkes-Barre, that's what they're looking at. And I see another one down there. You see where it says early rotation. That's just south of our viewing area, but that's another indicator. But this is the area right here that we're watching very closely. Now, when I talk about a tornado warning, there are things that you can do that are very, very important when we're talking tornado safety.
If you can, move to a basement or an interior room, staying away from windows, and stay on the lowest floor of the house. Again, if you can't get into your basement, lowest floor of the house. Flying debris, so if you're out on the roads, like we were just both driving in, hail, flying debris, make sure you can get off the roads if you can. Damage to roofs. We already got one report of a roof blowing off a residence. And like I said, windows. Stay away from those windows if you can, and get inside. If you're outdoors, get inside.
Very, very important. You want to seek shelter. You don't want to stay in a mobile home. If you have a mobile home and you're under the tornado warning area, you do not want to stay in a mobile home. Move to low-lying area and lower and cover your head if you're caught outside. Go to the lowest point possible if you're caught outside. Again, we have a tornado warning issued for, earlier it was northeastern Luzerne. That has been canceled, and it is still under Lackawanna County. And are we getting some more reports in there, Allie?
Just 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Dolphin right now. That's a strong thunderstorm.
Yep.
In effect until 3:30.
Can we take roof cam or the backyard camera right now, please?
And it looks like slowing down a little bit.
There it is outside.
35 miles an hour. It was moving at 40 miles an hour.
There it is outside right now. The areas that we're talking about literally are our backyard. Lackawanna County. That right here, this is the area we're talking about. All right. Dan's saying we're just getting video in now.
This is a photo from Wilkes-Barre.
Showing some of the hail, and again, we talked about how hail forms, how some hail is larger than others. It all depends on the updraft and the storm, the speeds. But this is the line right here. The National Weather Service still has us under the gun for tornado warning, and we are picking up, our radar's picking up some rotation in these storms. Many times, when we got this radar system a few years ago, the key, the select button to showing you what all is out there on radar as far as hail, rotation, it was called attributes. And so this radar system right now is, we have the attributes button clicked, which is showing us different parts of the storm and the potential for what could be out there. Just a few minutes ago, down towards Schuylkill County, we had the reports of hail, and our radar was showing that little indicator when we were talking about updraft in a storm. And now that threat has gone, so we are looking at that. We've had some lightning, not as much lightning as you would typically see with your say summer storm, but we have heard some thunder. We have seen some lightning, and it is coming down right now. I want to go back to a live shot of the backyard. Can we please? Can't even see. It's hard to even see Montage Mountain from where we are, but this is what's coming down right now. There's some rumbles of thunder. You want to take shelter if you're in Lackawanna County, as you can see by the banner on your screen there. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Mayfield and near Carbondale. So those areas. And here it's coming down right now. Can we take an outside feed of the audio just so people can hear how loud this is? Can we take an outside feed? Okay. Okay, they're going to try and take it a little bit here. Just, there you go. There we go. This is it. Coming through. You want to seek shelter, get indoors as best you can. And that's the area right now that is literally pounding our backyard. Right there, Old Forge, Music, Scranton. It is coming down hard. And our wind speeds right now, actually not bad. We've had peak wind gusts over 40 miles an hour here in the backyard. Right now we're running at about 17. And this is the area that is under the gun for the tornado warning. And that stretches up towards Carbondale right there. So take shelter. Blakely, Scranton, Carbondale, Forest City, back down towards Pittston. Can we get another view of, because we're in it right now, we're in the height of the storm. Can we get another view from our roof cam? And there it is. It's just to show you how black and dark it is here. We are literally in the middle of this storm, and you're seeing it live right here on WNEP as it's passing over our area now. It's too hard for us to tell currently if there's a funnel cloud over our area because it's so dark. That's why I wanted to show you what it looks like here in the backyard. Let's go to camera 4. And there's the backyard showing the heavy rain coming down. And again, very dangerous situation unfolding. Let's go back to the radar, show the area that we're focusing on here. There's Scranton, that's where we are. The Old Forge Music area, and that is heading northeast at about 40 miles an hour. So Troop, Mount Cobb, get ready. What you're seeing live on television is about to head your way. Stretching up towards Carbondale, they're getting a pretty good storm themselves. That's German, heading up to Forest City, Pleasant Mount. That is moving northeast pretty quickly as well. And again, even if you're not in that tornado warning area, you can hear the hail right now. Let's go back to roof cam. We're getting hail hitting the windows here in our studios at WNEP. And roof cam is up, and we can hear the hail coming down pretty good here at WNEP. This storm system that the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning over is moving northeast. And there's a tornado warning now for northwestern Lancaster County, but that's not in our viewing area. Also looking, State College, severe thunderstorm warning, that's Lancaster. Tornado warning remaining in effect until 3:30 for northeastern Lackawanna County. There we go, radar indicating flying debris. It looks like, go ahead, Allie.
At 3:07, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing that tornado was located over Mayfield near Carbondale and still moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. Okay,
that's this area right here. I'm going to zoom in, and this gives you an idea. It's this area right here. There's Carbondale. Folks, seek shelter. That tornado warning is in effect for right there. So you need to seek shelter. If you are northeastern Lackawanna County, that is extended until 3:30. And again, this is moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. And you want to be very, very careful. We'll put it into motion and give you an idea. Here we go. See the motion, see how quickly they are moving through? We're not out of the woods yet. We have more storms possible throughout the next couple of hours, certainly. I'm going to leave it on that last frame there. And we'll zoom in again. This is the latest that you can see. That's what's over us right now. That's what it looks like on our radar when we're talking about it. And Dan, let's go ahead and show them roof cam. That's what it looks like on radar. This is what it looks like live. This is exactly what it looks like live. And that tornado warning issued because we believe now that there was a funnel cloud spotted, and that's why the National Weather Service has issued this. People may ask, why are you issuing these? Why are you interrupting programming? It is the National Weather Service that issues the tornado warnings. We simply cover them, especially in large metropolitan areas like the Scranton area. smaller towns around the Scranton area. Certainly this is something we don't want to mess around with. We want to get the word out as soon as possible. And Allie,
Yep.
can you do me a favor? Let me know if you can get somebody from the National Weather Service.
I keep calling them. Yeah, they must be too busy. They are not picking up.
Not picking up the
Yeah.
phone. Okay, well, we're going to keep
I'll
trying.
keep trying though. Yep.
Yep, we want to talk to somebody in the National Weather Service. They're the ones that issued this. There's that northeast corner again that we talked about. And I was showing you earlier this, just indicating the height of these storms. Now, this is going to be very, very interesting because you see this storm? It's actually heading towards the Blakely area.